Listen, guys. Not every day is a good day in tennis. We still get out here. And we still get our steps. We're still trying to have fun.
Get better.
And get better. Amen. Hey, Dan. Nice sweater. Tennis done. Now on to the gym for a leg day. I had put a mask in my hair yesterday with the intention of yesterday being my hair wash day. Didn't happen. Didn't happen. So here it is, my little mop. I think it's not good to leave a mask in your hair this long. I think that actually has the opposite effect of the intended journey of a mask. So today will be a hair wash day, but I just wanted to check in, say good morning. I'm so happy that our workout is out of the way. Tennis and workout done. My knee has been bugging me a little bit lately, so I really took it slow, and we've been talking about it so much where we both experience knee pain. It's my left knee, Dan's right knee. And we do nothing about it. We do nothing to fix it. We don't go to physio. We don't do any specific knee exercises. Like, so I can't complain. I can't complain. I'm existing with my little knee pain. But I will say it was busy on a little turf area, but to finish my leg day this morning, I did do some sled pulls and pushes, and I intend to add that into my routine as one of the many movements I should be doing for my knee. And the reason why I did the sled pulls and pushes is because of knee over toes guy. And if you guys remember, this was back when we lived in Toronto, and I had seen this video at the time. I don't remember if it was on TikTok or what, but I saw a video from knee over toes guy. Knees over toes guy. And I had posted a story on my Instagram of me talking about this and doing these like ridiculous lunges, and I had followed him at the time, messaged him, he replied. This was like early days of knees over toes guy. He has since blown up and like changed the world of knees, and it's so fascinating. And I was like, discovered him early on. Did I do anything about that? No, I did not. I should have been following his little protocol all this time. Maybe we'd have bulletproof knees by now if we'd just done it all these years. Anyway, shout out to Knees Over Toes guy. He's rocking it and helping everybody in our old age with our old knees. I just had to go back and fact check myself. It was not that long ago. It was January 2021. I'm certain at the time he had like 15K followers. Now he's at 2.2 million. Oh, that's so cool to see when someone does a great thing and their hard work pays off. I think that is a beautiful thing to witness. So also that feels like lifetimes ago. It's amazing what can happen in 3 years. Incredible. Also, are you loving this visual? Like, this is I need a shower so badly, but I also just need some breakfast. I have a chill and I just feel like oatmeal today. It is an oatmeal morning. In my oatmeal, I've been putting peanut butter, honey, salt, and cinnamon, and it is like a warm hug in the morning if you're feeling cold, if you're feeling the rainy, dark winter blues. Having this is like, it feels like such a treat. All right. Breakfast is done. It is shower time. Shower time. Honestly, my least favorite time. I hate getting wet. I hate being wet. I hate washing my hair. I hate washing my body. None of it is enjoyable to me. Love a bath. Love a bath. The shower. Is this like something from childhood that caused this feeling? I don't know. I always get sunscreen in my mouth. I need to switch up how I apply that. I was just blapping about peacefully doing my skincare, and I just was kindly reminded what day of the week it was, and I forgot. Okay, it's my sister's birthday tomorrow, and my other sister and I have decided to bake her a cake, a homemade cheesecake, and I just forgot that it was my task to go pick up the cream cheese and butter and let it get to room temperature before we bake. So I just got dressed, and I'm gonna postpone blow drying my hair, and we're gonna run to the grocery store and grab that so it can settle for the rest of the day. Here's the photo of the cake. This is the recipe that we're going to attempt later, but we have to do half of it today and then finish it tomorrow, you know, which is why I just, yeah. I've never made Have I ever made a cake? I'm sure I've tried to make a cake. I've never successfully made a cake, I'm sure, let alone a red velvet cheesecake. Now the recipe I found said that you could use a red velvet cake mix, and I appreciated that. I'm gonna make the cheesecake from scratch, but I'm not a baker, so we're gonna use a box. Hello. Honestly, I don't know if this is gonna have enough time to get to room temp. Fingers crossed. Okay, I just gave my hair a little half blow dry and I'm ready to get ready for the day. Honestly guys, I'm not gonna talk through my makeup or anything, but I actually just wanted to sit down and have a little chat with you while I get ready this morning, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I've been having a weird couple of days and I want to talk to you about it because I know that many of you are gonna be feeling exactly how I'm feeling. But basically, I always have some kind of little slump whenever I get home from a trip or after a busy period, and we had our 2 trips back to back. And it was our first travel of the year, which was super nice, but I had kind of forgotten how it's just hard when you are like so into your routine and then you step out of your routine, and it always feels like such a tremendous effort to get back into it and get back into the swing of things and like feeling good and wanting to be productive and whatever. And over the weekend and the last couple of days, I've just been feeling this intense overwhelmed with the internet, and I wanted to talk to you guys about it because obviously I am a person who creates content on the internet. I am adding to my own overwhelm, and I know that sometimes the internet can be such an overwhelming place. I've been feeling that over the last couple of days. I've just been so aware of the intense addiction that I have to my phone. It can just be all consuming, and sometimes we just need a friendly little reminder that life exists outside of the internet. And I'm gonna mainly blame TikTok for this because TikTok can be such a double-edged sword, you know? I have learned so many things on TikTok. I have had so much pure, beautiful entertainment and enjoyment from TikTok. Like I thoroughly love it. And at the same time, I'm so overwhelmed by it. Every single time I open TikTok, and even more so recently, like, you know how you watch one thing and then suddenly that's the only thing you're served? Okay, I watched one video on adult acne and I watched another video on hormones, and then suddenly my entire doom scroll is just screaming at me, telling me all the ways that I am dying and treating my body poorly, and here's 10,000 things that I'm doing wrong in my life regardless of what the subject is. But then the most infuriating thing is that people on TikTok love to tell you all the things you're doing wrong, but they don't love to tell you how to fix it. It's always just here's 12 ways that you're screwing up your hormones and how it's gonna kill you in 5 years, and buy my program to figure out how to fix it. And I'm like, ugh, it's always the freaking program. It's always the link tree. It's always the link in my bio. And keep in mind, I'm aware that I add to this too. I put links in my description box. I am not above a link, but I believe that I do not contribute to this fear mongering. I do try to keep my content just very much lighthearted and entertainment purposes only for the most part. Obviously in recent years, I love to discuss the health journey and talking about workouts and whatever, but I do generally try to keep it light and maybe helpful, slightly informative, but I am never speaking as the expert. And that's another subject as a whole, honestly. And that's another part of the overwhelm that I've been noticing so much. And it comes from like magazine articles, TikToks, Instagram captions, reels, headlines, what have you. I've already mentioned this before, but everyone's speaking in absolutes. Everyone's like, here are 10 things that you have to change right now. Like, everyone's speaking so matter-of-factly, and especially on TikTok, just anybody is making these videos and they'll go viral, and nobody, like myself included, really fact checks these things. And you know, it's a thing on TikTok where you see a video and then you just go straight to the comments because you're like, is this true or not? Is this real? And I just laugh at myself sometimes because I do this and I think, why am I letting this thing enter my subconscious? Like, even if I don't want to see something, I have scrolled on TikTok and I have now seen it, and then that person's comment or the point that they were making will be stuck in my subconscious whether or not I want to think about it. And no matter what it is, it can be the smallest thing. For example, obviously I am doing this program and I'm on this like health and wellness journey, and I am very much keeping track of and aware of my macros, and I'm keeping tabs on my protein and my fiber and all the intakes, whatever. There are so many different opinions as to what is right And then again, everybody who's giving you these tips is speaking so matter-of-factly. So the recent one is that you need to have 30 grams of protein within 30 minutes of waking up. And even though I don't believe that, and I know that to not be true for me, it can absolutely be true for some people, whatever. I know that that is not the case for me. Every single morning since I have seen that video and since I see people talk about it on TikTok, the sentence plays in my brain every single morning as I'm getting ready to go to the gym. And I sit there and I'm like, well, should I have 30 grams of protein? I find myself unwillingly looking at the clock, seeing that 30 minutes has passed, and then that subconscious thought comes in being like, oh, should I have this 30 grams of protein? Even though I know that I am perfectly fine without having 30 grams of protein within 30 minutes of waking up. And then Huberman, who I love and go to for a source of so much of my information. I love his podcast, I love his videos. He always talks about how you shouldn't have caffeine within 90 minutes of waking up, but exceptions can be made if you're working out. And I get so many comments from you guys telling me that I shouldn't have caffeine on an empty stomach and I'm destroying my hormones, blah, blah, blah. And you just hear all these things. And even if you know that you're fine and your performance is fine and you're feeling okay from it, like there's just, it's still there. The noise is still there. There's so much noise regardless of the subject. It could be about cleaning your house. I'm doing my dishes wrong. I'm feeding my cat wrong. I'm cleaning my floors wrong. My workouts are wrong. How I'm planning my outfits is wrong. How I'm reading is wrong. Eggs are killing you. Like there's so much noise. There's so many opinions. There's so many facts that are being thrown at you at all times of day. And sometimes I just experience like a full mental shutdown. Basically what I'm trying to say is that happened this weekend. I had this full body and mental shutdown this weekend and I just felt so overwhelmed. It felt like no matter what, even like my friends and family, whatever anybody was posting, I was exhausted by it. And yet at the same time, I couldn't stop scrolling. I just found myself in this endless doom scroll and I just couldn't stop. Even though I was feeling sad, I missed my workout that day. I was just in a miserable state, honestly. I was feeling so mentally exhausted by it, but yet I couldn't stop at the same time. And I just had this thought like, TikTok is ruining me. The internet is ruining me. And I had to take a moment and step away from the internet and have a little moment of reflection and remind myself that the world exists physically. We exist physically. And even though we can get so much valuable information and so much joy from what we see online, it doesn't determine who you are in reality. And I say that so ironically because what I do for work and a majority of my time is spent on the internet and creating content on the internet. And I think that's why I often have this little existential crisis, because I'm like, who am I without the internet? Who am I outside of the internet? My day-to-day life, the impact that you have on your friends and family and your surrounding community. Who are you as a person? How do you impact the world and the people around you? And I just have to remind myself that you're allowed to exist and be okay outside of the internet. And in times where you feel this mental overwhelm and exhaustion from the internet, you can just turn your phone off and put it down and have a little social media detox. And don't get me wrong, I love the internet. I love the entertainment that I get from the internet. I watch YouTube videos, I scroll TikTok, I look on Instagram, the people I follow, the information that I get, I think I get all of this for free. That's amazing. It's amazing. But you just know that as humans, our mental capacity to absorb all of this information and everything that we see outside of our physical, social structures, sometimes it's too much. Sometimes it's just too much for us to process and comprehend. And I think that we just need a little reminder every once in a while to just put the phone down. Put the phone down, turn the screens off, and go exist. Go touch grass. As they say, go outside and feel yourself exist in the physical, real world. I really needed that reminder this weekend. And I just thought that for the few days while I was experiencing this mental kind of crash and overwhelm, I didn't want to add to yours. So this morning when I picked up the vlog camera, I really had no plan for what I was going to film today, but I knew that I needed to shake off my slump, shake off the weekend, and just get back to my physical daily routine. And as silly as that sounds, like me just doing my morning routine, going back to my morning routine is everything, and it feels like everything, and it makes such a difference in your day, and it makes me feel better and reconnects me to my physical reality. How many times am I going to repeat these words? But just getting up and going and playing tennis this morning and getting to the gym, even though I wasn't feeling great and I, didn't have the best tennis workout, I didn't have the best leg day that I've ever had. I was feeling low and sluggish, but once it's done and you shower it off and you sing clean to yourself, you really do feel
so much better and so much more alive. And now I'm getting dressed, putting makeup on, and I'm gonna have a really productive day. I'm gonna go through my emails, and I'm just gonna take it one step at a time, accomplish one small task at a time, and get through the day. And I know that this will pass and I will feel better tomorrow. But in the moment when you were in it and you were experiencing those feelings, it can be so scary because you're like, oh, how can you just have such a good time and like be in such a good mental space and having such a good day for it to just go south so swiftly. It goes down so quick. And so this leads me to say that I think I need to really have a good old look in the mirror, have a good chat with myself, have a good chat with ourselves, because I know that a lot of you are feeling the same. I really need to limit my screen time. I need to limit my scrolling time, and I need to be much more selective with what I am consuming on the internet, because it's just been too much for me. My brain can't handle it. You know what? I have got to get my phone out of my room, which is sad for me because I love to listen to ASMR, but it is destroying me. My morning and evening scrolls affect my sleep, therefore affect my recovery, affect my overall health and well-being and energy and alertness throughout the day, and it's just a snowball effect. So please let me know. Let's chat about this. Have you guys been feeling the same way? I know through my doom scrolls, I've been seeing a lot about just like this physical paralysis that so many of us are feeling, and just the constant like option overwhelm, the information overwhelm and the option overwhelm. Like such a huge part of our society has stepped so far away from the simple life. Are you having similar feelings? Please let me know I'm not alone. I just wanted today's video to be a little chat and just a little easy, just hang out and have a simple day. Let's not be overwhelmed by the world and the internet today, shall we? Let's all take a deep breath and find some peace and calm. And let's touch our skin and feel ourselves existing in the real world. How about them apples? I put on a bold lip and I curled my hair. We are ready to go. This is the Rouge Dior 784. I just filmed a little TikTok. I don't know if it's gonna work yet. I need to go look at the footage. But my order of the Dior lipsticks finally came in. So this is the main one. This was my favorite of the bunch. Very pretty, nice and bold lip for spring and summer, adding some life to our face. And now that our face is done, I actually want to talk to you guys about my meal prep, because I've switched something up a little bit and I want to show you. Oh my gosh, how bizarre. It is sunny, but it is raining. I'm going to see if you can see this in the camera. It is such a funny phenomenon when that happens. I'm like, just let the sun out. Clouds, go away, go away. Okay, I kind of made my meal prep this week inspired by the Blue Zone diet, a few things I picked up from Brian Johnson's videos. Everything else in my meal prep remains the same, but I wanted to show you a few of the things that I made. So here's the current status of the meal prep. I basically just like to make a bunch of bowls with a bunch of different ingredients and switch it up depending on how I'm feeling. So I usually make my proteins in bulk. I'm already out of my shrimp, but just pretend that shrimp is here. I make my shrimp and my ground turkey. We also have the little Costco chicken bites, which are amazing. And then I basically just wanted to have some more nutrient dense options for my bowls. So I did a 50-50 split of brown rice and quinoa, added some seasonings and spices in there, super good. I have the purple sweet potatoes, which are so sweet and so good. This is my little like super greens mixture. I did green beans, peas, spinach, garlic and onion, a few seasonings. And then from Brian Johnson, he was talking about black lentils. And I was like, you know what? I have never made black lentils, let alone lentils in my life. And I've also never bought dried, like the bulk dried version of lentils. So hold on, let me just briefly take you over here. I always just buy like my beans and things in cans. So I actually bought lentils, black lentils, and also black beans. And I put them in my little storage containers here, little airtight jars, and I boiled them. I made them from scratch and it took a long time, but it was really delicious. So I boiled black lentils with cumin, I think, salt, pepper, and also garlic and onion. I have a clear flavor profile favorite. Really good, lovely. And then I did the same thing with the beans, except I boiled the beans with a bunch of spices as well as garlic and onion, and then I blended it up to make it more of a paste, like a little mole sauce paste thing for me to just add in my bowls. And that's what I have. So every day I've just been assembling my little bowls. It tastes so good. We're getting a nice variety of veg, hopefully adding some more nutrients into our meals, which is nice. And then I'm also still able to follow my meal plan by doing so. I've got the frozen shrimp on deck. And then, very exciting, you know, spring is coming when the Pura Vida frozen veg is back. I was so thrilled and happy to see this back at Costco. It is amazing. That little mixture, as well as my little rice noodles, that is my current updated meal prep, and it has been so good. So I'm just gonna make up a little bowl right now and I'll show you guys what it looks like. It's not appealing to look at. It actually just looks like a bowl of blobs and gunk, but it tastes good. Isn't she lovely? Disappearing in the sunshine here with you guys. This bowl, I just love making bowls with all various ingredients. It's so good. Another thing that I'd love to do, but I actually forgot to pick up at Costco this time, I love to get the salmon fillets, bake it in tzatziki, put that on top of here instead of the turkey too. So good. Also, why did it take me my entire life to eat purple sweet potatoes? They are so sweet and so good. So good. Good evening, everyone. We've just been taking some photos and honestly just having some computer time. And I've changed into a sweatsuit for the evening, as you do. It still has the tag on it because I was undecided if I was going to keep it, but I bought this little sweatsuit the other night at Aritzia. Haven't been in that store in what feels like years. It's been so long. But I just really wanted a big, cozy sweatsuit, and I think this was the one for me. So, I mean, I'm wearing it. I'm going to keep it, but I just, LOL, looked at myself and thought, oh, I need to take that off. And I am making my dinner. Like I mentioned, I've been doing my little bowls for lunch and then keeping up with my same little noodle bowls. So I just use the noodles, chicken packets, and then the Pura Vida vegetables. I put that all in a pot to just boil up, and then I have my little seal sama teriyaki sauce, and it's delicious. Don't knock it till you try it. And then once I eat, hopefully Amila will be coming over and we'll get started on our cheesecake. Wow, wow, wow. Amila's here. It's time to bake. Fun fact, okay? Sweet little angel sister in her cute little hat. She once, how old were you when you started the little Fort Cupcakery?
I was 14.
14. She was gonna be a baker. Could have happened. Still can. It's not too late. So you've got all the baking skills and the baking goods. So, I mean, just you wait, guys. Look out. Amila's Bakery coming soon with our cake mix. Okay, baking update. Amila just left, and sorry, it was getting really hot in here. Ditched the sweater. I just brushed my teeth because I was snacking on, well, everything while we were cooking it. Got to taste test it all. So here's an update. We made 1/2 of the red velvet cake. We're gonna do a layer of cheesecake in the middle. Look at this cheesecake. Made from scratch, okay? The red velvet was a box, but we made cheesecake from scratch and it looks perfect. Look at it, so beautiful. And then we only had one cake pan for the red velvet cake, so we had to make the second box, and that is in the oven, still waiting to go. So I've got 20 more minutes left on the timer, so while that is baking, I'm gonna go on the treadmill and get the rest of my steps for the night. Thrilling, I know. Good morning, everybody. There's Dan's coffee. I'm having a coffee this morning because I just kind of want something warm instead of my pre-workout. Going to tennis in the gym, but I'm actually going to see Amila after and then go to my parents' house, so I'm packing up all the cakes. You guys, I feel like a true proper baker. This is so fun. The cheesecake turned out stunningly. Wow. Here's our icing. I'm just gonna put that on there. Decorative icings here. The counter is a mess from the little cakes, but I think they're perfect. I'm excited. So here's my little tray. This is my turkey tray. My mom actually gave us this for Thanksgiving before, so perfect. And then I've got my clothes, makeup, things to change into for later because that's a whole other adventure. But for now, let's hit tennis and then hit the gym. Okay guys, this is my sister Amila. You know this. She is a hairstylist here in the Fort Langley Serendipity Salon. See, little angel. And listen, it's a tough discussion, but you know, Armene has been doing my hair for years, and I love my little sister. But you came too late. I don't know what to tell you. So she's gonna style my hair. She's gonna do some groovy little waves and magic on my head today, and we're gonna come in. So if you live around Fort Langley, come
What's that? I am looking like a peach because Dan and I, we played tennis, we went to the gym, and then we came straight here. I just, wow. Yeah, I gotta put some makeup on. Magic. Wow. Allegedly that flyaway attachment does work. These are the S-waves that I wish I could do on myself. And I can't do this. Incredible. Okay, mermaid.
Okay, something worked then. Good evening. Listen, I gotta do a little recap for you and wrap up this vlog, but naturally I can't do so without having some little skincare moment. Because we wash off a bad week like we wash off our makeup, am I right? Feeling fresh and new and ready to start the new week ahead. One of my favorite masks to do such a thing is my Masque Vivant. Rebalancing face mask by Biologique Recherche. My poo-poo chocolate manure smelling mask that I love so much and is such a pain to wash off, but it always feels so good. So anywho, my sister Amila did such a great job on my hair. I had so many questions about it when I posted it on Instagram, and I was howling because it is incredible to me how many people watch Instagram stories without the sound and will not watch the entire video or the entire story before sending me a message, but instead of just watching like the 30 or 40-second story, they will type me a novel asking me all of the things, like what I'm wearing, what I did with my hair, etc. And in this particular instance, in the story, I was literally talking, being like, here's the Meryl, and here's my decaf coffee, LOL, and let me tell you about my hair that Amila did today. She did it with a straightener, blah, blah, so cute, so adorable. And I had hundreds of responses to that story asking me how I did the hair. And I was just laughing to myself thinking, well, if you just listened to the story, you would know. You would know. Guys, watch the stories. If you want to know, watch them. Anyway, I thought that was hilarious. But we had such a beautiful day. And Amila, being the sweet angel that she is, my new little bestie. Oh! Listen, I loved my hair so much. I was in a cute little outfit. New cardigan from Uncle Studios, Allegra. You did it again, girl. It was so cute. We went out and took some pictures. It was all very fun and dandy. And then for the evening, we celebrated Anya's birthday. The cake turned out great. Not as pretty as we wanted it to be, but the taste was amazing. You best believe that I am stuffed with red velvet cheesecake. All that matters in the end is that the cake turned out and it wasn't burnt. And I have a new deep respect and awe for all the bakers out there, because wow, that is so much effort, and we even used a boxed cake. And speaking of my little sisters, by the way, it is just so crazy to me. I am 10 years older and 14 years older than Amila and Anya, and it's crazy to see them getting so much older. Like Anya just turned 17 and Amila's about to be 21, and they used to just be like my cutie little baby sisters, like my little gummies that I could just carry around, and now they're like whole ass humans. And it's such a bizarre thing when you are the older child who is so much older, seeing them get old and become their own people is so bizarre. Like Anya especially, because she was always so little. She's just a baby forever in my mind, and every time they have a birthday I'm like, oh, you're a human. Why are you driving? Why are you driving? It's so crazy. Anywho, fam, that is a wrap up on the weekend, and I'm just thank you for hearing me out in today's vlog. Sometimes it's nice to take a step back and just exist and get back to basics, if you will. Just sit down and have a chat, and I'm very much looking forward to, again, having a new week ahead. I love you all so much. Thank you for being here. I hope you had a beautiful weekend, and I'll see you all so soon for a new video. Bye!